weave or give me. This is known as basket weave or give me. There's a lot of variations on it. I'm going to show you the way I want you to learn it, and I want you to tape it. Okay? It's very simple once you get the pattern down. Now, just like it suggests, basket weave, you're going to weave what we call a stirrup and a horseshoe back and forth. So again, we're going to spray. We're going to use grease pads to reduce friction. And then we're going to use pre-wrap. And again, start pre-wrap at the base of the met heads, work your way up, and just kind of go with wherever the pre-wrap wants to go. Now, for this tape job, you want to go all the way up to right underneath the calf. Generally speaking, you want to be about 2 inches, approximately, below the calf when you do your tape job. So optimally for Billy, we're looking right about here. And that's where we're going to do our anchor. So again, keep it simple. 2 to 3 anchors is going to make it easier for you to do your tape job. So do 2 to 3 anchors on the surface of the shin, on the tibia. Now you're going to do one very mild anchor around the arch. Don't want to get it too tight, otherwise it's going to hurt the patient. Now we have some people, like Tally for example, no matter how loose we go here, his foot splays so much that this strip hurts. I've had about 5 guys over the last 10 years, that's just how they are. They get so much blood flow in their foot, too much and the tape hurts. So after we do the tape job to Tally, we actually cut it a little bit and adjust it to make it even looser.
Does that make it less effective?
If you just cut it and don't reapply the tape, yes, it would be less effective. But for him, we know his feet are going to swell up a little bit, so it becomes effective. All right. Now, thinking back to, we've already learned how to do this tape job. We're just integrating parts of other tapes, other taping procedures. So first thing we're going to do is called a stirrup. And that was just like the simple ankle. Medial malleolus underneath the foot to lateral malleolus. Strip 1. Now remember, we call it a basket weave, so we're going to weave in between. Now we're going to do a horseshoe from the arch support. So we're going to do the horizontal one. Starting there on the anchor. And we're going to switch. So now we're weaving our basket. I'm going to overlap on this stirrup. About a half again, or a third, of the tape.
What's the point of this one? Is this ankle also?
This is ankle. This is the most common ankle.
This is the one you do?
This is the one I do. I do a variation of this, but this is the one I usually do. And now we're going to do a horseshoe. So we've done one stirrup, one horseshoe, one stirrup, one horseshoe, and we're going to do our final stirrup right now.
Does it matter what the second horseshoe is?
No. You can do it anterior or posterior. Or horseshoe or stirrup, I'm sorry.
The horseshoe.
The horseshoe, you always are going up. So, more proximal each time.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, yeah, that was right.
So, stirrup.
That is right.
It is.
Stirrup. Now we're going to do our last horseshoe. Now the horseshoe and the stirrups are all support strips, so they're creating pressure for the ankle. But now we've got a lot of open space. We don't like that. So we're now going to do a closing strip. We're going to continue after 3 to go all the way up the ankle and overlap. That way, just like the simple, those stirrups don't come off. At the same time, it's always okay to leave the heel open. You want to. But we don't want to see any open tape areas anywhere else in the foot or up the shin. Because open tape areas, as he moves up and down, will pinch and cause either blistering or cutting of the skin. So when we see those, we do another closing strip. And I actually recommend 2 in that area. That's a basket weave or a give me, complete. Now, having said that, usually football guys are waiting for me to do something else where you wrap around the back, around the heel. It's called a figure 8 heel lock. Not going to hold you responsible for that at this time. I'm going to show you that later. I want you to get the actual pattern of the ankle down and practice it. Okay? So we just demonstrated 4 ankle tape jobs.